warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Zulvandra, and right now I'm make this video because I have excitement in my subject at my college. This my subject is about listening, and excitement is about how to make a summary, but you can to see about and not see, I'm sorry, not see, but you can hear something, maybe a radio podcast, and you can watch a videos. And right now I would like to try it with watch a video, but watch a video at YouTube channel. The and the my point about the summary is about the study skill by better learning. And I'm watching this video on YouTube, and after I watching the video, I got so many skill to improve study skill. And right now study skill, the first one about the point, the study to like using mapping or place card. Okay, mapping or place card. If you're using a mapping, map makes connect concept and ideas, brought to overview of the topic or subject, perfect to visual and learners. But if you want, but if you using the flashcard easily memorize information, great for learning key, fake, dates, and definition, a quickly test your knowledge. To continue this topic, maybe everyone has had this third type. Everyone had studying for the stage when trying to justify that you had studied what was taught for the whole semester on year justified by the one half final examination, and sometimes everyone got wrong. So Divine going blank, vertical recall, and tip of the tongue phonemia, or freezing up at most critical moment. And student, we are going to through some of the best ways to optimize your memory for academic excellence. Of course, academic is the everything, but so long as there are tests, you are probably going to need to restrict. Keep an open mind about the technique with, and who knows, you might find a powerful tool help sharpen your mind and memories. The pointer number one is about VAR key learning style. VR key V VAR key learning style is a model created by Neil Fleming. The gift of the learning theory in the it have a perfect model of learning which can be capitalized to maximize our learning potential. The far modest data people are learning through two different styles: seeing a visual, hearing oral, reading an oral writing word, and touching or doing a kinesthetic. Uh, the phrase about the skill that maybe we can make a mind mapping or concept map. What? But do you know what that's mapping, and how about the concept map? Okay, popularized by the Tony Buzan and the uh, 1870, my mapping is was a transforming content into visual of Venn diagram using it ideas for the concept like to as other. It's based on the notion that people learn by means of associating one idea to another. How to optimize this style? Doing a mind map is very intuitive activity. Starting off with a drawing, seeing a topic or idea that middle of the blank paper and expand on the subtopic with brain scars and sub-brain cuts, keeping in mind in concept and each of them will lead back to the center. When you draw the mind, the map with different color, referencing categories or the level of the categorization is easier to differentiate and organize information into cluster. This enhances information comprehension. Draw as many images and use as many colors as possible to make it more interesting and fun. Unlike in most learning methods where the left part of your brain works over time, the creative right portion of your brain is also a fleet. From goal setting, brainstorming to revision notes, a mind map can be used in a variety of ways. And and a skill about it, the flashcard, the practice testing. Apart from service as you guide. For presentation is tutorial classes, flashcard can be used to aid your learning, especially its memorization and the activity recalling of big. One set of the card can be used to input a question while the other side did answer. It is especially effective when learning a new language with the new word you are learning placed on the side of the card and the other side with the word in familiar language. When you prompt with the letter and you are the produce the translation of the same word in the new language or vice versa. And how to optimize this style? Right. How frequently should one be tested here? The participant of sparsity revision seem relevant where one should take into account the spacing effect where more idiom can be remembered better if they are studied across a longer span of time. One strategy is to extend the review interval when this card is successful. A specific system and interval the spark revision approach have been developed as such as the popular learn system. If you literally or the go with your smartphone or tablet, there are also tons of out there to serve you flashcard niche. Okay, the next about the study skill. Maybe we are can using time management to improve study skill. Uh, the step one is prefer a term calendar at the start of each new term before you get heavily involved in your studies or other activities. Prepare a calendar that covers the entire term. Your term calendar can look like a regular monthly calendar, or it can employ a different format with whichever format you choose. Your term calendar should outline the following: a segment with the dates, that's with your dates, all school activities, all out of school and extracurricular activities. Steps 2. Prefer a weekly schedule. Unlike your term calendar, which is planned out you this uh, uncertainty at the beginning of each term, your weekly schedule is prepared at the beginning of New Week. It's Sundays, it's the prefer your weekly schedule at home. You prefer your weekly schedule each Sunday. You should after update your schedule as the week progresses and new item arise. To prefer your weekly schedule to do the following. Write down your calendar each class you have for each day of the week. Take a look at your term calendar and write down on your weekly calendar items that need to be complete or are occurring that week. And then go back and review all your class notes and your schedule from prior week to see if there is anything you need to add to the week schedule that is carrying over and to your weekly schedule and of school and extracurricular activities you'll be participating and during and encompassing weeks. And step of the number three, prepare in daily schedule. Use the think term calendar and weekly schedule will be sufficient to effectively manage your time. But you also need to prefer a daily schedule. And even prefer a daily schedule for the next school day, place a check mark next to each item to be complete as the confirm complete to prefer your daily schedule the following jot down everything for your weekly schedule that you need to do the coming day. Write down everything from your previous daily schedule to what's complete need at the complete next day and check your daily schedule for the current day to see if there are any other schedule activities that you need to include the following day. Include any other activities from your weekly schedule need to be included for the schedule. And the next of the study skill is a motivation. Okay, maybe you know what is motivation, why you wanted to learn this skill. The learn get motivation, get what you want, for what. And motivation is a condition that activities and sustain behavior toward a goal. It is critical to learning and achievement across the lifespan. The books, informal setting, and formal learning environment. For example, children who are native that turn to be engaged for longer have better learning outcome and perform better than other children on standardized or achievement tests. Motivation is distinguishable from general cognitive functioning and help to explain can achievement independent score on intelligence tests. Influence more key feeding from the customer's own motivation to learn. People are motivated to develop competence and solve problems by reward and punishment, but often have interesting reason for learning to may be more powerful. Learning to tend to persist and learning when they face a manageable challenge, neither too easy nor too frustrating, and when they see the value and utility of what they are learning. Children and adults who focus mainly on their own performance, such as ongoing recognition or avoiding negative judgment, are likely to seek a challenge and persistent. Those who focus on learning itself. Learners who focus on learning rather than performance or who have interesting motivation to learn, train, to set goal for themselves and encouraging their competence to be goal. Teacher can be effective and encouraging students to focus on learning interests and performance, helping them to develop learning orientation. The last point, how to get your study skill. That maybe you can try to how to set your daily uh, priorities. Every day it's easy to feel overwhelmed by never-ending to-do. Usually we need by adding more at the bottom, but just in case finish early as the progresses. You then realize you have been doing a lot, but have got much though you have worked overwards but haven't had time to touch any reward. It can feel like a constant game of catching up. Therefore, just running your day when it's come to sitting up and for success, it's important to identify this forces holding you back. We often ignore the impact that our own physiology and environment surrounding us play on our day, but it's only once you acknowledge their power that you can do something about it. Good and people pleasing. The most powerful force influencing your workday in the feeling of guilt. Other people down at first glance. This sounds like the perfect starting point for doing great work, but it's not. When you are influencing everyone else, you shift your focus from missing yourself. Instead of thinking what should have a biggest impact, you start from how can I make sure everyone like me. This the enemy great word as you being reactive to other people constantly changing needs instead of being focused toward a very greater goal. When I die, my iPod will not be empty and I'm okay with that. Small tasks are addictive. Research has shown that our brain rewards us with releasing a piece of the dopamine, a chemical compound that trigger a feel-good effect in other reinforcing behavior. Small tasks mean that you get to feel good more often and intrinsically addictive to work on what does matter, what is not important. This makes a silly text incredible addictive and multitasking and terrible habit. The short-term gratification is fine with a set goal at the end of the day. Short-term thinking under pressure. When you feel under pressure a bit negative, having a catch up with a mountain attacks, your brain is more likely to narrow its focus on the present. This makes it easy to lose sight of the overall mission and choose tasks and feel urgent over what's important in the long run. Being under pressure because of the lack of priority make you prioritize even further, choosing the now over what really matters is catchy and distraction and notification. Research showed that overall uninterrupted work exists around 11 minutes for most office workers. Uninterrupted, it can take up to 45 minutes to recover from distraction and get back to work. The average being over 20 minutes. Distraction not only lower the quickly overwork, cutting the work down, starting to focus solving out from giving down where this also dictates what it should be doing among core college working off 2 days single new tasks and you know All that is interruption demand, and you stop focusing on your important work into this constantly sit to the urgent. And I think so far the explanation about my summary is enough. And I'm say that and I wanted to say thank you so much for watching my video. I'm sorry for all the mistake if I'm wrong to say anything here. And I want to say again thank you so much, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.